Two teams that are looking for their first ever appearance in the Final Four. The Oklahoma Sooners have been here 3 times before, but they have never ever won an Elite 8 game. For Virginia Tech, same goes for them. They have never won an Elite 8 game. One of these teams will finally break through and make it on to the Final Four in New Orleans, where the winner of this game will take on either Alabama or West Virginia in the All-State Sugar Bowl Final Four. Here come the Hokies. You just saw the Sooners taking the field. Virginia Tech had to lead a staggering comeback last week over the Cincinnati Bearcats to get the win to move on to University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. And for the Sooners, they had to hang on to take down the Oklahoma State Cowboys, a last second drive rather, to hold out the Oklahoma State Cowboys. This is the championship game of the Oklahoma State bracket here between Oklahoma, ranked at number 14, and Virginia Tech, ranked at number 11. You just saw Landry Jones there. He will be going up against quarterback Logan Thomas for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And this should be a thrilling, well-coached game between Frank Beamer and Bob Stoops, two of the best in the nation. If this game is any indication, or should I say the Rose Bowl game that we just saw is any indication on how these Final Four games are going to go, we're in for a treat here tonight in Glendale. And then remember, tomorrow it's going to be the Orange Bowl between number 2 Alabama and number 23 West Virginia, and then the Cotton Bowl between number 1 and number 24 LSU and Texas. So number 1 and number 2 of the nation will be underway tomorrow. We already saw number 4 in the nation move on. Who will move on here between Virginia Tech and Oklahoma? Well, the Hokies will get the football first, and they do not want to have to pull off a comeback like they did last week against Cincinnati. A handoff to Wilson, who had a really good game, David Wilson, last week. And especially, we saw how Oklahoma does against fourth quarter comebacks against Oklahoma State. So certainly, if you're Virginia Tech, you do not want to have to fall into a fourth quarter comeback situation. Thomas will go deep, incomplete on 3rd and inches. Logan Thomas decided to throw the ball deep, and it fell incomplete, and the Sooners will hold on the Virginia Tech opening drive. This is the 4th time in 5 years the Oklahoma Sooners have been to the Elite 8. The other 3 times, they've all been defeated, looking to make it to the Final Four for the first time in team history. Well, here comes Landry Jones, and this offense that, besides the Oklahoma State game, they really haven't missed a step since star wide receiver Ryan Broyles went down with an injury. And there they go again. Oh, one throw. They're going to go towards the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Another quick start, just like in the Valero Alamo Bowl. Kenny Stills with the touchdown grab of 50-plus yards from Landry Jones. And just like in the Valero Alamo Bowl, another quick start for the Oklahoma Sooners. They go up 6-0, and now Frank Beamer, he's got to try to get the offense going now. The kick is good. The Sooners, yes indeed, 7-0 on one play. And now Virginia Tech will get another shot at offense. They didn't have much time to rest on the sidelines. We're in the orange helmets today for the Fiesta Bowl. We've got a different color helmet, I believe, for each playoff game. Fakes it to Wilson. Thomas will throw it deep again. Same side of the field as the last throw, and it goes incomplete. I'm surprised so far early on we haven't seen more running from David Wilson with how well he did in the Capital One Bowl against Cincinnati. Logan Thomas able to complete that pass just short of the first down. And it was brought in by Darryl Roberts. Well, third down and 1 again. They got stalled out last time on 3rd and 1. Do they run it with Wilson, or do they try to attempt another throw? They are going to attempt another throw, a screen pass. Oh, I thought that was a first down. They're saying no. Jarrett Boykin with the grab. I thought he had enough for the first down. I like the play call to go with the screen pass. Doesn't work for him, and it's going to be another punt for Virginia Tech here in the early going. Sooners get the football back. Oklahoma, they took down a one-loss Houston team in the first round of the Champs Sports Bowl. They went on to do battle with a one-loss Oklahoma State team. Landry Jones, incomplete. They took them down in the Alamo Bowl. For Virginia Tech, they opened things up with Penn State in the Military Bowl. And then they rolled on to the Capital One Bowl to take down Cincinnati. And now here we are, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, our second Elite Eight matchup. And Jones with the pass over to Kenny Stills, and not able to break that one as he did on the last play. So 3rd-down-and-8 here for Oklahoma. And a big chance for the Virginia Tech defense to come up with a stop. Landry Jones will throw. Both quarterbacks have just been throwing it deep, and Landry Jones able to connect with, I think, that was Kenny Stills. Landry Jones and the Sooners off to a fast start once again, and this is starting to look like the Capital One Bowl all over again for Virginia Tech, falling behind early, but we saw how they can pull off the comebacks. Knocked away, incomplete. Second down and goal. They have the ball up to 10. The handoff to Roy Finch. And Roy Finch will be tackled on the play by Tweedy. 3rd down and goal. Jones, end zone. No, not going to make it. So, a small moral victory for Virginia Tech to at least hold the Sooners out to a field goal. It's going to be a short chip shot of 20 yards. Easily made by Michael Honeycutt. And the Sooners go up by 2 scores. It's 10-0 early here in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Last year, the Fiesta Bowl was part of the Tostitos Final Four. And we saw 2 Fiesta Bowl games, the national championship, of course. And part of that, we called it it was almost the red and white bowls. It was Arkansas, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Ohio State. And we know the end result on that one. It was Ohio State and Wisconsin, the national title game. And Ohio State won it all. But this year, guaranteed to crown a new national champion. Ohio State unable to make the BCS playoffs at 6-6. And once again, the Hokies find themselves on a 3rd-and-1. They failed to convert the last 2 tries. Surely on the 3rd try, they know how to get a yard. Thomas will go deep on 3rd-and-1, incomplete, and again, the 3rd time on 3rd-and-1, the Virginia Tech Hokies cannot convert. I do not understand why twice, though, they felt the need to throw it deep down the field on 3rd-down-and-1. They give the ball back to the Sooners. Time possession staggering right now in favor of Oklahoma, who is destined to break through to the Final Four. This is their 4th try at an Elite Eight game, 0-3 in the previous 3 games. For the Hokies, looking to win their first Elite Eight game also. Never been here before. On 2nd-and-7, Landry Jones, screen pass, incomplete. It'll be 3rd-down-and-7. And another chance for a moral victory for this Virginia Tech defense, but they're going to go 5 wide. Are the Sooners knocked away? How about the defense from Virginia Tech? That pass batted down by number 15, and that is Eddie Whitley. a senior defensive back from Charlotte, North Carolina, and the Hokie defense will help out the offense. And the defense is saying, please, we're getting worn out. Stay on the field as long as you can. Quit going. Quit going 3 and outs. They give it to David Wilson. I was wondering when they were going to get him involved some more. He's going to go for 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And Thomas goes down, so... that was not Thomas, it was David Wilson on the carry. He can't get too far. The offensive line really broke down on that play. And, well, 3rd and short. Now you got 3rd down and long. Now you might want to think about keeping the ball deep down the field. Are they going to get it finally? Yes, finally for Virginia Tech. Boykin with the catch to get the Hokies a 1st down. And that should be it for the 1st quarter. Indeed it is. Oklahoma has jumped out to a 10-point lead, but as you saw in the Alamo Bowl, and as you saw in the Capital One Bowl, for the Sooners, no big lead is safe, and for the Hokies, no deficit is too tall to overcome. Let's see what happens as the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl rolls on. On 1st down, it'll be incomplete. Defender might have gotten there a little too early, but Ed Hockley keeping the flag in the pocket. No penalty. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Wilson. And Wilson will lose a yard. So another 3rd down and long right now for Virginia Tech. They're going to go deep. Incomplete, and they'll have to punt it once again. Unable to penetrate so far this Sooners defense. They have yet to make it to midfield. So 1st and 10 is where Oklahoma will take back over just inside the 30 at the 33-yard line. And that's going to be batted down. So Virginia Tech defense coming up in a big way here. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for Jones. Jones throws it, and another incomplete pass. So how about the defense early on after we saw an offensive explosion in the Rose Bowl earlier today? Here in the Fiesta Bowl, the defenses are starting to pick things up after Oklahoma put up an easy 10 points. Pressure on to Landry Jones, and Jones will get sacked. Down goes Jones, and the Tech defense bails out the offense again. That's Alonzo Tweedy in on the quarterback sack. And here come the Sooners to punt their ball back the other side. Virginia Tech desperate to get anything going on offense. The handoff to Logan Thomas. David Wilson, I'm sorry. Logan Thomas, the quarterback. I don't know why I keep saying that. David Wilson on the handoff, and his best carry of the game for 6 yards. He could be the X factor in this game for Virginia Tech if he can get running. He can get moving. He can certainly be the X factor for this team. He was against Cincinnati. Wilson, though, will get stopped at the line, so he's trying to find his footing right now. Maybe you ditch those orange helmets. They're bringing you some bad luck. But it's 3rd down and 4. Hokies trying to pick up another 1st down. They have not been good on 3rd downs. They will get it. What a catch. Did he get the foot in bounds? Let's see on the replay. I don't know if we're going to get to see the feet of Danny Cole, but they said it's good. And it's going to be a 1st down for Virginia Tech. 3:14 to go here in the 2nd half, and they're looking to get past midfield for the first time here today. Thomas to throw it over the middle. That's caught well into Sooner territory for a 1st down. And now the Hokies starting to pick things up and slowly starting to maybe wear down this Oklahoma defense. Jarrett Boykin with the catch. He's really stepped up here today. Called his name a couple of times. The pressure, and that one was just thrown away by Thomas. Hit the back of one of his defenders as the blitz was on its way, and good job by Thomas just to get rid of it. Boykin again with the catch. He'll get to the 30, and that'll make it a 3rd down and 4. I would imagine that they are in field goal range, but they're not thinking field goal right now. They're trying to think 1st down, but now they're going to have to settle for a field goal as Wilson continues to be unable to get his game going. But I take that back. This is Beamer ball right now. It's 4th down, and they are going to go for it. The line is stacked. They give it to Wilson. 1st down. Is that a Hokie 1st down or a Sooners 1st down? I believe that's going to be a Hokies 1st down. Yes, it is. 1st down, Virginia Tech. How about Frank Beamer? That is Beamer ball right there. And to trust your running back that's been struggling today to pick up the 1st down, that should give him some confidence. Thomas with the throw, and that's going to be brought in just short of the 10-yard line for a new set of downs. Tech will call a timeout. Just under 2 minutes to play. The hand, no. Thomas rolling out. Oh, man. Thomas shouldn't have thrown that one, and Gabe Lynn nearly came down with the interception. That could have been bad, bad, bad for the Hokies and really could have stopped their momentum. Handoff to Wilson. David Wilson breaking free. 7 yards on the ground. So it's 3rd down and 3 right now. Once again, they find themselves in a 3rd down situation. It appears that they're going to want to throw it. No, they're going to run it. And it's not going to work. I'm not a big fan of that play. They gave it to Josh Ogleby. I'm not a big fan of the snap the ball and then give it to the running back on the sweep. Doesn't seem to work too well. They're going to let all the time tick down before they attempt the field goal. All the way down, the time will tick away. And the kick will be good, so the Hokies able to get some points on the board. That's Coney Jernell with the kick, and it's back to a 7-point game, and we're just about to the end of the 1st half. It seems like it's been flying by quickly. But don't count out Landry Jones in this high-powered offensive Sooners attack. They could easily try to roll with the punches and get some points back before we head into the locker room. Hand off to Roy Finch. There goes Roy Finch breaking free. That's going to be a first down, and Oklahoma will call their first time out of the ball game. Jones to throw it, has his man. First down, and as we said, here comes Oklahoma. They are too powerful to let them do this. The defense is playing well so far, but now they're starting to slack a little bit. Another pass completion for Landry Jones as the time ticks under 30 seconds. Second down and 5 from the 41. That's going to be an offsides. This is a free play for the Sooners. Then go ahead and decline that. Let's go to Ed Hockley Jr. Oh, it's declined, so as we said, now the Sooners will have to rush the line. The time is rolling. They're going to get one more play off before they call that last timeout. Throws it short, and there goes the timeout. So they're going to go for a 50-yard field goal for a Honeycutt. No good, no good. Honeycutt can't put it through. Field goals have been a topic of controversy, especially after the game that we just saw, the Rose Bowl game. Well, that's going to do it for the first half. It's Oklahoma 10 and Virginia Tech 3 here in the championship game of the Oklahoma State bracket, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. We will be right back. Welcome back to University of Phoenix Stadium, everybody. Glendale, Arizona, for the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the championship game of the Oklahoma State bracket. The winner to move on with Stanford to the Final Four, and the winner of this game will have to compete with either the Alabama Crimson Tide or the West Virginia Mountaineers in the Final Four. Here's Game Tracks to get you caught up on what you missed in the first half. It's been a whole lot of good defensive play and a missed field goal by Honeycutt to end quarter number 2. And we are underway in quarter number 3. I mean, coaching on all sides. Just a lot of class here. Bob Stoops and Frank Beamer going at it, the Hokies and the Sooners. Landry Jones was looking to throw it deep, and he's going to be brought down on the sack, and the Hokie defense stands up tough. Once again, that was Anton Hopkins to get in there and pick up the tackle. Second and 17. Sooners find themselves in a big hole now. Over the middle. It's going to be brought in. No, it will not. It will fall incomplete for Oklahoma. Pass intended for Trey Franks. Third down and long for the Oklahoma Sooners. What can Landry Jones pull out? Oh, there he goes. There's the throw. And not even close. So 3 and out to begin this drive. How about -7 yards for the Virginia Tech defense on that Hokie, or on that Sooner offense? Sooners and the Hokies. And now a Tech offense that, as you can tell by the score, they haven't really gotten going. They've been very slow moving, but this could be their opportunity. They go down, they score. This game is all tied up here in Glendale. Inside handoff. There goes Wilson. We were waiting for him to get going, and that's a nice run of 9 yards. You can see the stadium here in Glendale. Completely jam-packed, sold out. Sooner fans and Tech fans making the trip, as well as the fans from the Glendale area that just come to this game every year to enjoy it. Because it is, I mean, it's fun. Come watch some college football, especially if this is your hometown. You don't got any Arizona teams down in the Elite Eight. How about that catch by Boykin? What a day he's had. We've said his name a couple of times. Boykin will go clear across the field on this play, and Thomas throws it up there. Oh my goodness. And for the NFL scouts that are at this game, he gets 2 feet down. That's for them. And now Tech is in business. Handoff to Wilson, and Wilson, I can tell he's starting to get his feet under him now. That's a 4-yard carry for number 4. Another handoff to Wilson. There he goes, up the middle, and Wilson will get up to the 11-yard line. David Wilson starting to wake up a little bit. It took him a while. But that's Frank Beamer for you. He sticks with it until his guys get going. And right now, David Wilson's starting to get going. And now they let Thomas throw it. Touchdown, Hokies. And we're a point away from being tied up. Jarrett Boykin. I'm so impressed with the day that he is having here in the Fiesta Bowl. Boykin is just all over the field today, and he's going to score the touchdown. Well, we said it, just like in the Alamo Bowl. Oklahoma off to a fast start, and then they slow down. Just like in the Capital One Bowl, the Virginia Tech Hokies off to a slow start, and then they pick it up late. We are all tied up here in the third quarter, and this one is starting to look like the Rose Bowl earlier. What a ball game we got here in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl between Tech and Oklahoma. On their first drive of the third quarter, their only drive of the third quarter, the Oklahoma Sooners, 3 plays, -7 yards. Let's see if they can do any better on this drive. The fake handoff to Finch. There goes Landry Jones. Oh, batted around, almost intercepted. Second and 10. They have still yet to gain a positive yard in the second half. Have the Oklahoma Sooners. Roy Finch is going to get them that positive yardage. 5 yards on the ground, so it makes it a 3rd down and short. Looking to get their first down here of the second half. They've been really bad here on 3rd down conversions. Lots of time. Jones, open man. There he goes. Down inside the 35-yard line. I almost want to say I think that was Kenny Stills, but I'm not too sure. Out to Roy Finch on a halfback slip. And he gets stopped at the line for a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10. They give it to Finch again, and Finch gets smacked right in the mouth. Boom! Oh my goodness, what a hit that Roy Finch just took. 3rd down and 12. 3rd and long once again for the Sooners. Jones held on to it just a bit too long. And he will go down on the sack, tackled by Bruce Taylor, the linebacker. And so now it's decision time. Do you go for it? Do you go for a long field goal? Do you punt it? Lots of options at this point. Frank Beamer's liking this. He's feeling his team can pull the comeback here in the Fiesta Bowl, and they're going to go for the punt. They're going to try to make what's been a struggling Virginia Tech offense try to go the distance. Where did that go out of bounds at? It did go out of the end zone. So, Hokie football at the 20. Look at the pressure. Oh, man. That was Gabe Lynn who came in with the corner blitz and ripped down Thomas. I mean, he got hit hard in the back. Lots of shots being taken in this game. A lot of hard hitting on both sides of the football. Thomas to complete it for a 1st down and more. You see Thomas's numbers there. He's able to get that pass out to Danny Cole. Oh, that's going to be a 15-yarder on Jarrett Boykin. They've had a hard time stopping him all day, so they figure rather than let him get another big gain on us, just give him the 15 and end it there. They are right back at midfield. Wilson with the carry. He'll get 3, and again, he's starting to get his legs. He's starting to pick things up a little bit. 2nd down and 7. Thomas will fake it to Wilson over the middle. Pass completion for another Virginia Tech 1st down. Marcus Davis that time coming through, the Virginia Beach native, with the catch. And here come the Hokie Birds. Fakes it. Logan Thomas will run it. He's got the 1st down and he slides down at the 20. What about that? From Logan Thomas. Nobody's open. Nobody's open. I'll tell you who's open. I am. And he takes it to the 20. Hokies trying to take the lead for the first time in this game. The handoff to Wilson, and only enough to get 1. 2nd down and 9. At the 19-yard line, they are in the red zone looking to take the lead. Thomas, screen play, out to Boykin, and Boykin will get 4. And that will probably be it for the 3rd quarter. Indeed it is. Not been as high scoring and offensively pretty as the Rose Bowl, but just like the Rose Bowl, it's coming down to the wire. We are all knotted up 10-10 here in the Fiesta Bowl. We're coming down to what surely should be one final play on either side of the ball. Just like in the Alamo Bowl, the Sooners start off with an offensive fury and then slow down. Well, it's up to the Hokies now. Can they take advantage of this slowdown? Because we also saw the result of the Alamo Bowl was a Sooners victory, because they were able to hang on late. And Wilson, they let him go for it again, and now he's starting to lose it. Oh, we have a flag. We have a flag. How about that? So now, 4th and 1, you maybe think about going for it if you're Virginia Tech. No, they're not. Oh, man. Frank Beamer, he was gutsy earlier and went for it. Didn't want to go for it there. I don't know about that. You take the lead. I guess take your points while you can get them. But I'm not too sure. You don't maybe try to go for that, get the 1st down. If not, you're at least holding. You know, the Sooners have to take over at the 10, but hey, I'm not going to question the guy that's been coaching, one of the few loyal coaches in college football that actually stays with this team for years and years. Oh man, this is just like the Alamo Bowl. As soon as the Hokies take the lead, the Sooners answer back with a Roy Finch kickoff return for a touchdown. This is exactly what happened in the Alamo Bowl. Oklahoma State came all the way back, and then on the very next kickoff, the Sooners took the ball and scored to help out a struggling offense. Oh my God, I assure you that we have not put in an Alamo Bowl tape. You are watching the Fiesta Bowl. This is incredible. And the Sooners now reclaim the lead, and the Virginia Tech offense will have to take the field once again. My, oh my. 4.5 minutes to go. Who wants to go to the Elite Eight? The winner will join the Stanford Cardinal, who have already stamped their ticket, and they're making preparations to head down to New Orleans. All 4 teams, win or lose, next week will get to stay in New Orleans for all 2 weeks. David Wilson breaking a tackle. There goes David Wilson all the way to the house. 10-5 touchdown Virginia Tech Hokies and David Wilson and this offense who was worn out from just leading a drive with one play. Wilson, look at that. Look at David Wilson, who has struggled all day long. David Wilson comes up with the biggest play of the game for the Hokies, and they will reclaim the lead. Wow, this is just going back and forth. How exciting is this? This is the Bowl Championship Series playoffs. These teams aren't playing for a trophy. You don't win and your season is over. You win and you get to move on to play for a crystal football. Both these teams are laying it all out on the line. The Sooners do not want to lose their fourth Elite Eight game. They are 0 for 3 in the Elite Eight. And for the Hokies, they just want to make a run at it because a lot of people have discredited what they have done with their 11-2 season because of their 2 losses to Clemson, especially the blowout in the ACC title game. A lot of people have written the Hokies off as, no, this team's not good enough. This team doesn't deserve national title consideration, anything. Well, they're trying to prove it here. I mean, they're 3 games deep into this playoff season. Roy Finch will get 11 yards on that run, so that makes it a 3rd down and short for the Sooners. There's the handoff. Finch, he didn't make it. He did not make it. Down goes Roy Finch. Tweedy with the tackle. And now it's decision time, and they are going to punt it away. So this is Hokie football at this point. They can begin to put this game out of reach if they can drive and try to score. They're going to need to get a touchdown, though, not a field goal, if they want to put this one out of reach for the Sooners. But also, you got the ball at your own 30. Do not make any mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. Don't fumble the football. Screen pass out to Wilson. He'll gain nothing. Second down and 10. And they're going to let as much time roll from the clock as possible. And we have a flag. Wilson takes it. Let's see what Ed Hockley's got to say.
Offside. On the defense. Still second down.
So it'll be second down and 5. Logan Thomas will throw it incomplete, and that will stop the clock. That was just swiped down, and that was just well played. Well played by the linebacker Tom Ward. Just wait for it, and you jump up and swipe the ball away. That's a great linebacker play. Well, 3rd and 5. You see the Hokies on 3rd down. It actually hasn't been pretty on either side of the ball on 3rd downs. Thomas will try to take off and be the hero. 1st down, Hokies. So that will eat up maybe about another minute and 30 off of the clock. And they're going to wait as long as they can before they take this snap. Thomas calling some shots at the line. I'm expecting David Wilson to get the carry on this play. My, oh my, what a game this has been. I didn't think that we'd be able to top the Rose Bowl, but we may have just done it here with this Tostitos Fiesta Bowl game. With 2 seconds left, they do indeed give it to Wilson. And the Sooners are indeed going to have to start thinking about using timeouts. 2nd down and 4. Another handoff to Wilson, and they're going to get him. He does get 1 yard on the run, so 3rd down and 3. This is what it comes down to. If they get the first down, that might be it for the Sooners. They get the first down and more. There goes Wilson to the 30, to the 20, down to the 10, inside the 10-yard line. And that might be the ball game for the Hokies. They could be going to the Final Four. Wilson. No more time. No more timeouts for the Oklahoma Sooners. And now, you hate to say play conservative, but at this point, take it slow and steady. And Virginia Tech could be going on to their first ever Final Four appearance. They have Wilson on the sideline. He's getting some oxygen right now. Virginia Tech faithful is on their feet. That was Oglesby with the run. And they're going to have to run one final play. David Wilson down to the 1, and that is going to do it. They're going to kick a field goal. Oh, this is kind of weird because now you give Oklahoma, who's already had a kickoff return for a touchdown, an opportunity here. Down by 6. This is kind of weird. Let's see. At number 11 in the nation, can the Hokies survive? Well, we're down to one final kick. And they get him. Down he goes. And by 6 points, you see Frank Beamer going crazy on the sideline with his team, the Virginia Tech Hokies. They are your 2011 Military Bowl, your 2011 Capital One Bowl, and your 2011 Tostitos Fiesta Bowl champions. The Virginia Tech Hokies will join the Stanford Cardinal in the second round. And without a doubt, your play of the game, that amazing run by David Wilson. You're telling me that's not the heart and the passion of a man that wanted to win this game. Didn't have his best day in the world, but when he needed to, he dug down deep and came up with some big plays, including the first down late to seal this one. You see the Hokies, they are going to the BCS, the All-State Sugar Bowl, BCS Final Four for the first time in team history. A great effort by Landry Jones and the Oklahoma Sooners this season. A team that came into the BCS playoffs with 3 losses. Another team that was really written off when you really think about it. A lot of people, Sooners 3 losses, especially the way they were defeated by Oklahoma State. But yet they made a run. They not only avenged the loss to Oklahoma State, I mean, they took down a really good Houston team, a really good Oklahoma State team, but maybe that's what caught up with them. All those games against really good teams, it finally wore them down. Taking a look at these final highlights, oh man, what a day. And to think tomorrow, number 1 and number 2 in the nation will go head to head in the Cotton Bowl and in the Orange Bowl. And Virginia Tech, I mean, this is their 5th appearance ever. I'm pulling the stats up now. Their 5th ever appearance in the BCS playoffs. They were eliminated in the first round every year except 1 year they made it to the second round. That was it. Well, this year, they've made the run. They've made it all the way to the Final Four. Player stats, Logan Thomas, 15 and 24. Landry Jones, I mean, what a clean game this was. I don't think there was a turnover in this game. Landry Jones, though, more incompletions than completions in this one. For rushing, they didn't let Roy Finch touch it that much, but when he did his part. But you want to talk about the guy that did his part? How about David Wilson? Had some slow starts, but he goes for 22 attempts, 181 yards. And not only that, but the other guy that stepped up huge for his team, Jarrett Boykin, 9 catches for 83 yards. On the other side of it, the guy that had the most was Trey Franks. James Hanna led the team with receptions. And taking a look defensively, got your numbers. And there you see Tweedy, who led the way. He was all over the place for the Hokies. Final comparative team stats. Total offense. The Hokies started slow, but they got going late. Passing yards. Landry Jones got him there. Third down conversions, very ugly on both sides. If you look at the red zone, I mean, one red zone trip for the Sooners, 4 of them for the Hokies. No interceptions, no fumbles, no turnovers. Very clean game. Time of possession dominated by the Hokies as the Sooners just couldn't keep their offense on the field. Too many 3-and-outs. That is going to do it here from Glendale, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a fun day of games here as part of the BCS Playoffs. But tomorrow, tune in. You got the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl, number 1 and number 2 in the nation. We'll move on, but first, let's take a look at the bracket. It's happened to the Oklahoma Sooners once again, their 4th trip to the Elite 8, and they are 0-4 in Elite 8 games as the Virginia Tech Hokies are moving on to the Final Four for the first time in team history. Just like Stanford, they came up just short of winning their conference, but you can see, along with the Cardinal, they are waiting. Who will they do battle with? It'll either be Alabama or West Virginia. You'll find that out tomorrow. Be sure to tune in.